All right, we're going to do another Mindspark. Scrolling all the way down through all of these. All right, we're going back to this oldest one, 2018, February 7th, 2018. We have a slender cast. Hey. So, the most effective martial art. Obviously, this is audio that I recorded back in 2018. It gives kind of... I'm just going to set it down, play it, and set the phone down and just let you listen. It does give insight into just how I kind of think about or my approach to martial arts in general. And also it gives insight into something more recently I've been really focused on, law enforcement specific, as far as kind of what is the game that we should play? What is the martial art? What is the game that we play as officers in order to become more effective at arresting people, right? So that's something I've been really focused on looking at. And this is just kind of original outlook I had on kind of martial arts and the most effective martial arts. There's always the common internet question of, what is the most effective martial arts? And this, in 2018, was kind of my response to
So everybody
question.
says,
So again, just going to say,
what's the greatest martial art? And there's this revolution of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and how Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu comes in, the Gracie family, and they do the UFCs and showcase the unbelievable, unstoppable techniques of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and in a as real life setting as you can do, and air publicly to the masses. And so everybody sees that and they think, okay, well, these guys have obviously discovered something. They've discovered techniques that are the real deal, superior martial arts. And I think that's kind of missing it. All of those things really happened, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu did really dominate. But it wasn't because, they had discovered some secret techniques. They took most of their techniques, or directly, what their techniques were is judo and jiu-jitsu. Stuff that was already there for thousands of years. And what happened is they trained and applied it in a way that made those techniques super effective. It's the way they did it. And what that is specifically is slowing down the opponent by closing space, taking away the three-dimensional space that they can work in, and thus applying friction through that. So that is the ground, taking them to the ground. And the reason the ground was so effective wasn't because of a mysterious new technique. It was because when you're on the ground, your freedom of movement becomes limited. The possibilities narrow. And when that happens, you can apply any technique more effectively. So I think that's what we miss when we start asking the question about what the greatest martial art is, and try to find, the attributes of each that make them the most effective. The secret is to find a way, like something else Jiu-Jitsu did. It wasn't just the fact that you narrowed their options. The techniques they were applying allowed you to train almost at full 100% capacity without seriously damaging your partner, so that you can continue to train those same techniques. The repetition and the ability to do so at such a high level of intensity without, seriously damaging each other made you more effective at those techniques. So that should be the focus. It shouldn't be, which martial arts techniques are the best. The focus should be how we train them. Do we apply them in a manner that narrows our opponent's possibilities? And do we apply them in a manner that allows us to continue training them and dialing them in without seriously injuring each other, right? And that's why Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is so effective. Not the techniques, it's the manner of training, the manner of application. That's what the Gracies did. They came in and they rolled with people who were trying to fight them because they knew, look, I'm taking this guy's options away. He doesn't have all these options anymore. I know what he's going to do. I've been here before. I'm going to dominate. I'm going to apply my technique. I'm going to bend him to my will. And it didn't hurt at all that they were absolute warriors, every one of them with zero quit in them. All right, that had a lot to do with it. But like I said, that should be the focus. Look at all of their techniques, all of the techniques out there for the practicality, and then put them against a crucible that is applying them against a person committed to hurting you, right? Because that's the final thing the Gracies did. They said, I'm going to fight people. I'm going to use my techniques on people who are trying to hurt me. Fights. And that's what really, it's a crucible. It's what really got rid of all the garbage. Any garbage that saturated into judo and jiu-jitsu throughout the thousands of years that they were practicing it in katas on wood floors. All that garbage was thrown out when the Gracies fought people, because you're not going to use the crap that doesn't work when someone's trying to punch you in the face.
All right, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed. Slenderman out.